Yeah, they banned my channel, or they didn't ban it, but they fucking, well, my battery ran out. Yeah, the fucking battery ran out. So yeah, I'm about to keep on my charades. So usually when I end my live stream, I can get back in the live stream and keep going. But when I went back in it, it says your live stream has ended. Like they're trying to make it where I can't continue to like. No, bitch, we're gonna do another one. I'm about to go on for some more. I wasn't done talking shit. So I was talking about that bum ass, bald headed, ugly ass dyke bitch. Fucking what's that bitch's name? Jaguar Wright. I was saying every time, like it's weird because there's another bitch that's her name is Isis Wisdom. Look up her channel. Her name is Isis Wisdom. That's another stupid dumbass nigger bitch that looks like a dyke that has a lot of trauma from men because she was fucked with by her dad. Her dad probably beat the shit out of her or didn't love her or probably raped her or whatever. So they turned into a dyke like that Jaguar Bright bitch and that other Isis with him. And what happens when that happens is now they have a channel and a platform, and then they feel like they have a lot of power, but then they don't understand like their power is really from these Jewish people. They don't have no fucking power because the moment they start really speaking some real shit, they're gonna realize that they don't got no fucking power. So you gotta always remember that. Always understand that shit. Always understand and always get that shit because this you have a lot of puppets out here. Anyone who's a puppet, you need to be aware of it. 99% of people out here are puppets. Just because they don't know that they're a puppet doesn't mean they're not a puppet. A lot of you guys think like, oh, they may not know, or maybe they know, or no. It doesn't even matter if you know. You could not even know. You could be as a like academics. He's a dumb, stupid nigger. He doesn't know shit. He's a fat cheeseburger eating piece of shit nigger. He doesn't know anything. Everything that is on his page is a result of some agents. The moment he starts being himself, then that's when they're gonna shadow ban him and block him. You can't be yourself in this new time without any resistance. These faggot Masons and Jews, what these faggots would do is they will go on the internet and they will try to promote channels that talk about being an individual, chosen one. That's all bullshit because in order to not be attacked by a fucking faggot Mason or Jew, you can't be an individual. You can't be a chosen one. It doesn't make sense. So these faggot Masons and Jews who are making these faggot videos about chosen ones, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about because if you're really a chosen one, that means you're fitting into the description of what they want. And if you're not a chosen one or a so-called real chosen one, if you want to put it like that, you'll be so unique and so different, it will be a problem for the system. So they can't have you be unique and different. They can't have you be unique and different. That's what you guys gotta understand. Like, so they want you being the same like all these other bitch ass niggas. I'm not being the same as everybody else. If anything, I'm gonna be even worse than everybody else. I'm gonna talk my shit, run my mouth, and do whatever, nigga. This live stream isn't to teach you guys. So if you guys looking for any information, you can just click off. This might be my last live stream for a minute, like unless I'm talking about qigong or health. And the good thing about health, when I speak about health, the good thing about it is these Masons and Jews aren't going to be able to use my knowledge. Like when it comes to spiritual information, they can steal other people's spiritual information. They can even steal mine. But at the end of the day, like, are you going to apply it? A lot of these Masons and these faggot Jews, they got horrible health issues. And they, even if they, because the thing is with them, they have so much negative karma. Even if they were to take my advice and get their health right, something's gonna manifest in their life to fuck them up anyway. Whether it be a car accident, whether it be them getting shot or them just dying from even like Dolo. He talk about heart. He starts organ implosion. Organ implosion is pretty much when you are not living by the guidelines of this reality. And when you're not living by the guidelines, no amount, no health, no qigong, no fasting can help you heal that. A lot of these Masons, they have a lot of negative karma where it doesn't matter how much they fast, whatever insurance they have, or it doesn't matter because their organs are gonna fuck up. So you gotta understand that these niggas, they ain't shit, they're pieces of shit, and you gotta understand that. So even my health information, it won't even do them any good because think about it like this. If they're trying to censor information, you got to look at it like this. Why would they want to censor information that can help you? If you have a business, if you have health issues, if you have a problem, wouldn't you think they'll use the information and better themselves instead of just using the information just to fucking steal it and make money off of it? It shows you because they can't apply the information because they have so much negative karma. They have a lot of they're gonna have to reap what they sow because everything they're doing it comes with a cost. Them controlling people, them genociding a whole nation of natives and all this shit. It comes with a cost. So in the physical world, it looks like we genocide them, we're winning, we're controlling people on social media, but their spirit is going to go through excruciating pain and suffering for a long period of time, like damn near eternity, if not that. Some of these nations are probably going to be trapped for eternity. So you got to understand, like these niggas, they're on a crash out mission. Everything is projected. The term crash out. Where did you get that term from? You got it from the internet. Who said it? You may say, oh, all these regular people who crashed out, but no, everything is projection. The people who write the system, who make the system and on social media, they pretty much project what they're feeling. So they're on a crash out right now. Their version of crashing out is attacking content creators and making everybody look crazy because they have to do this because if they don't do this, they're gonna pretty much suffer. They're gonna suffer the results of fucking not censoring niggas. Nigga. You see how I'm running my motherfucking mouth? See how other people running their mouth, nigga? They better censor. You better censor this fucking shit. And even if you censor, nigga, like enjoy your life right now because eventually your spirit is gonna suffer. Like all this shit, you're gonna reap what you sow. That's the funny thing. Laugh now, cry later. That's what a lot of them are. They're envious. They hate because they can't even do the spiritual work. Because think about it. Everything that I'm talking about, and any content creator who's spiritualist, talking spiritual, everything that they talk about is all correlated to making your life better. Why would you hate on somebody who's talking about things that can make your life better? That's because they can't apply the information because their life is already in the shit. You see what I'm saying? Their life is already in the shitter. So they can't apply it. Even if they try to apply it, they still have to reap what they sow. So it's like, let's just say you owe $10,000 to an organization or you owe 10,000 in debt. Yeah, they see they fucking with my shit again. My phone was at 2%. And you see how they fucking with my shit again. So you know what I'm saying? They fucking with my shit. I'm telling you niggas, like my battery died twice. Why the fuck is my battery keep dying? They keep fucking with my shit, nigga. That's what I'm telling you, niggas. Like I'm telling you. They don't like this information. I'm on my motherfucking iPad now, nigga. I got two phones, nigga. I got this phone. I got this one. And I got like two more at the house, and I got this iPad on one. I stay with phones. So they took down my other phone. So fuck these niggas. Ridiculous. What's up with it, bro? How you doing? What's up with it, man? How you doing? Good? Yeah, I'm just chilling right now. Guys. But like I'm telling you guys, like this shit ain't no game. This shit's real shit. Stay off you. If you haven't made a YouTube channel, don't make one. And I don't want to tell people don't make a YouTube channel. What I will tell you is only make one if you're gonna talk bullshit. If you're gonna be just like fucking DJ Academics, if you're gonna be like one of these other faggots speaking about something that's complete, utter useless and not meaningful to any human being, then make videos. Nothing wrong. But if you're gonna actually talk about truth and you want to help better people's life, I'm not saying don't make it, but just think twice, because they're attacking people in this fucking shit. They're attacking people. It's ridiculous how they're doing that shit. I used to think I was safe because I had a small channel. That's the reason why I was just so. What's one of the reasons I was just laid back but I'm realizing like nah, it has nothing to do with that. And in me, I shouted out Dolo in my channel. Anybody who shouts out that nigga Dolo, or you talk like he's talking like his points, you need to be very careful about what you're doing. I'll probably make a live stream about that. Like anybody who's connected to Dolo and like you talk about his shit or you've been on his live and you cool with him like that, or you got to be careful because they're attacking that nigga, number one. And anybody who's connected to him, they're looking at you like a threat because they're looking at it like the seed that he planted is spreading. They don't want to have other people talking in a way like he's talking. And when I say talking like him, I'm talking about like you're actually like you're not talking like the fucking Masons and shit, like these bum ass niggas and shit. You see what I'm saying? Like when you speak like them, they don't care. This is why they have the Black Magic channel and this nigga's channel's popping. Nigga, fuck that nigga's channel. It's ridiculous. So anybody who's connected or you be talking about his shit, like shout out to Mooney Mercury. People like Mooney Mercury, you be on his live stream, you send him donations and shit. People like that, like you gotta be careful because they watching everybody who's connected because they look at him as a threat. So when they see people that fuck with his information and start talking in a way that's kind of like him in terms of exposing shit, it's like it's weird. Like they don't like that shit. Because the thing is, what you guys get to understand is if you do enough of the shadow work and energy work, depending on who you are, you can actually tap in and realize certain truths that they try to stop you from. So this is like why you see this nigga Dolo. This is why they hate on this nigga Dolo's channel. And the reason I mentioned this guy's channel because he's a perfect example of when you tap in. He's like the example of why they decided to put fluoride in the water and shit. They don't want to have that certain consciousness. They don't want you to remember who you are and what you are and all. They don't want you to remember that. It's a threat because now you have the ability to spy on them. You have the ability to remote view. So anything they do, it's exposed. Other spirits can see it, but you can only see it if you train your energy field to be able to see that shit. Some people have, some people haven't. So everything they do is going to get exposed from here on out. They can't do nothing without it being exposed. You got to understand it. And this is why they go hard on his channel and they don't like his channel. So, like, you guys got to understand that. And especially if you're talking about his channel or anything, be very careful about that as well. Because it's like, it's some Fed agent shit. Because there's a lot of shit going on in the back. Like, imagine if you ran a system and you were doing things to hurt the people and people knew what you were doing without you disclosing that information. That's pretty much what's going on. And I've seen it from watching this nigga's channel and I'll see certain things play out and it's just weird. And then when certain things play out, they will attack his channel and that shit will go. Like, shit's fucking hilarious. Like, this is crazy. But fuck YouTube. I'm done with YouTube. I'm done with social media. I'm done with this fucking shit.
Already at 60 and then
yeah, but I'm probably not gonna be doing these videos for a while because there's a lot of things I'm gonna be doing in my real life right now, and I feel like if I start doing a lot of these things and I come online, they're gonna start attacking me. So I'm gonna have to probably get offline because right now, like my channel's good because, well, I don't want to speak too much, but like I said, um, as I start doing a lot more shit, you guys will probably see me less online because I'm not trying to get attacked. I'm not trying to get attacked like that. It's just gonna irritate me, and I need to be focused. So you may see me offline because, especially if you're doing shit really in the real world, they don't like that shit. Because when you're doing a lot of positive shit, you have a certain aura, and it manifests as them doing negative. Well, it doesn't always have to, but it could manifest as them doing negative shit because like you're actually creating a situation for yourself which they don't like that shit. They don't like it. So, and this would be the last video I even speak about this shit because you guys already know. I'm telling you guys everything right now. So everything after this, I don't even speak about it anymore. I just feel like this shit's got to be said because I really don't like this whole agent shit. I don't like this people spying on people on the internet. I don't like that fucking shit. Like it's just hella ridiculous. Like looking at YouTube channels and shit. That's just fucking crazy. Like fuck that shit. Yeah. But I'm just chilling right now, guys. I'm just in the fucking Starbucks right now. But like I said, man, I'm done with YouTube. This is the last video you guys are gonna see me talking hella shit. Like I'm done. Like I'm gonna come back on here, but if I do come online, I'm gonna be doing Qigong and talking about health. Like really, that's it. And I might drop some little shit between every now and then, here and there. If anybody wants to join the link, I'm here. Yeah. I'm kind of getting fed up though. Like real talk, I'm literally getting kind of like fed up because like every time I go on YouTube, I see nothing but just bullshit. Like everything on YouTube is nothing but just fucking. It's just lame. I can't watch nothing anymore on YouTube no more. Like. I don't know what's an agent channel or not. Like every channel I look at, I be looking at this an agent channel. You guys don't understand. There's so many agent channels out here. MGTOW, feminist, shit. I wouldn't even be surprised if it's gaming. They have AIs play games and shit. And because what they're gonna probably do is have AI for gaming channels. And then there'll be some dude talking about, oh, I'm a gamer. I'm hella good, but it's really an AI playing the game. So like, I don't trust nothing no more on this Wi-Fi, and you guys should too. Don't trust nothing. I'm not saying don't watch it, but always, like they say, trust none of what you hear, believe, and trust half of what you see. Half of what you see. Now you understand what they talk about when they said half of what you see. Half of what you see is AI and all that bullshit. Don't believe don't watch it, none of this shit. I'm not saying don't watch. Obviously, you can watch it, do whatever, but when you watch it, don't take anything on YouTube serious. Unless it's somebody that, if they're not talking like me, or they're not teaching you how to, the nearest directions to the closest fucking fast food joint or the closest hardware store, they're not giving you no cut and dry directions, black and white directions. Do not listen to them. Don't listen to nobody talking to you about life. Because what it is, a lot of these faggot Masons and Jews, they're trying to talk spiritual so they can get people to come to their channel and speak spiritual. And just because a nigga talks spiritual doesn't mean that you're a friend. This is why on my channel I tell you, just because you spiritual, that don't mean shit. You ain't shit. Somebody, oh, I'm spiritual, I'm awakened, nigga. Fuck you. I wipe my ass with you, nigga. You ain't shit to me. You special to you and your situation. And if anytime you're going to be special for me and other people is because we're coming together, we're going to build something. But just because you're a spirit in a human body, I don't give a fuck about that. If anything, if you're a spirit in a human body and you're not on my type of time, nigga, fuck you. You're going to be a problem to me. Get away from me. I don't want to be around you. You see what I'm saying? This dude been looking at me the whole time. He been looking at me the whole time. What's up with it, bro? How you doing? Good. Shout out to the audience. Just say what's up. He's live. Good. he just dropped. He listened to me dropping all this game. He knows what's up. He listened to me all the game. But I'm telling you guys, man, this shit don't. I hope they don't ban me for this music playing in the background. I'm chopping some real game for you guys. Like, it ain't no deep esoteric, but this is some common sense. He said called him stupid. I don't think I called him stupid. No, I think I did. Probably earlier, but he didn't hear me. Or maybe you talk about somebody else. Yeah. I'm just telling you, I'm through with this shit. And shout out to Jackie New. Like Moody Mercury says, Jackie New, she the truth. Yeah. I checked out your page. You be doing tarot cards. I just seen it a few days ago. I seen you do tarots. That's what's up. I'm gonna have to check out your channel some more. And shout out to Jackie New if you guys want to be into tarot and shit. Like people like that, people who are on this frequency. This is who I don't mind shouting out. Like people like that need to do tarot because we don't have no good tarot readers. All the tarot readers are trash. So we need tarot readers, the numerology oracle. Same thing. Well, still, this still like things that can help society. Numerology, oracle. We need real people because all this other like. I looked up astrology on Google the other day, right? I literally did not find no help on astrology. Every time I look at astrology videos, I don't get no help. I don't get. It's like I don't understand what they're saying because they're fucking retarded. So this made me want to learn my own astrology. Shout out to that nigga Dolo. He drops a lot of astrology gems, and probably the only person other than people who watch his shit and talk about it that knows astrology. So shout out to Moody Mercury, and there's a few other people out there. But like, he's the only one that breaks down astrology. Before that, I knew astrology before I watched his videos, but most people, they don't know shit about astrology. They talk about it in such a mundane, boring, dumb way. So you get like, did they shadow ban everyone and make it My bad, guy. I'm back. Say they shadow ban the real shit, though I'm real. And make everybody look robotic. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They shadow ban the real shit, make everything is a robot. And this shit's been going on for a few years. It's been going on for a long time because I noticed this shit like a year ago, but I didn't. It came to my mind, but I didn't think about it. I just pushed it to the side. But then Dolo been going hard on these bitch ass niggas the past fucking few months. Especially the last month, he been going hard on these bitch ass niggas, exposing them, and it's pretty much just confirming what I already knew. Because I told you niggas in November, this time last year in November. Look, if you don't believe me, go on my community feeds. November around that time, I left the community tab talking about how they shadow banned my shit, and I was talking about in that video saying that how YouTube is all the new algorithm and the algorithm, and it's all about YouTube. It's Hollywood, and I don't want to say I was the first one because I don't even like to be in that energy. Oh, I was the first, and like who gives a shit? But when I was speaking about it, I don't remember nobody really speaking about it. Everyone was still like, YouTube is some shit you need to be invested in it. Don't get me wrong, it is something you need to be invested in if you want to talk about stupid shit like travel vlogging, fucking, I don't know, makeup artists, gaming. If you're a fucking lame ass nigger and you want to speak about dumb, pointless shit like that, YouTube is good for you. But if you're trying to actually speak some, and even then, at that point, YouTube probably won't be good for you because you see how many niggas do that and they don't get going. They don't get on. They try to be, oh, YouTube is a new. Even that's a psyop. YouTube, social media is the new thing, and quit your job. That's a psyop. And I'm not saying that you can't make money from YouTube, but bitch, you could have made money. It's like 10 years ago somebody said, working a 9 to 5 is a psyop. You could be a celebrity in Hollywood. Like, yeah, you could be a celebrity in Hollywood, but what are the odds of it? You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that's how it is now. Like YouTube and all that, when they talk about, oh, we can make money on the line. Because look at reality. Fuck social media. Look at reality. Social media, they say, oh, you can make money online. You can make money online. Everybody's rich. But in reality, 90% of the people that say, you can make money online, you can make money online, 90% of those people are working a bum-ass, miserable job while saying, you can make money online, you can make money online. And it seemed cool. Back in 2021, back in 2022, it was cool when somebody said you can make money online, but they're working a shitty job. But we in 2024, and we got a whole bunch of niggas debunking a lot of this shit and exposing their shit. So now it's looking like if you say shit like that, you looking stupid. Like, okay, why aren't you making money online? Why aren't you a millionaire? You got people like Bandman Kevo, for example. He's an agent. He's what that nigga Dolo says, make Sonic Voodoo Doll. He's an agent. Because I remember in one of his live streams, he told me, and not only him, but that Wes Watson, that the big fucking traumatized child, aka Wes Watson, the big steroid nigga who has to portray that he's a tough guy because he's traumatized within. Those niggas, Bandman and him, was like, oh, I make $16 million a year. I make $10 million a year. And back in the day, when I used to hear people talk about how much money they made a year, like millions, I used to think that was normal. But any influencer you see that's making millions of dollars, that says they're making millions of dollars a year, you need to understand that this is an agent. If you watch Bandman Kevo's videos or any financial influence videos, they will tell you that they know billionaires. Anybody that's a billionaire is a mason. So if you know billionaires, that means you have a handler. So Bandman Kevo has a handler. He may not know it, but he has a handler. He's an agent. So when you see him making the millions of dollars he's making, I will say 50%, maybe 40% is hard work. The rest is the Masons, because anybody can work hard. If working hard means you could be a billionaire, there'll be a lot more billionaires. It's not about what you know, it's who you know. So he knows billionaires, and these billionaires they know, they're in masonry. So if they're in masonry and they know him based upon how he's acting and his emotional outlook and his mind, they're gonna decide if they want to give him millions a year. Anybody who's powerful, they're not going to give millions of dollars a year. They're not going to allow you to make that much because you're a threat. They know that you're going to use that money to go and build your own empire. So they're going to, I'm not saying you can't get that because I don't want to say yes or no because I'm not saying I know or you can, but if you see somebody who's getting that and then they're trying to make it look like it's effortlessly or it looks effortlessly, then you know that's an agent. Because a lot of these people, they'll make you think that, oh, I worked hard to get these millions. Bullshit. Some of these rich people, they got it effortlessly. There's some people who work at McDonald's for 20 years who worked harder than some millionaires. Understand that, and you better understand that because that's what it is. Just because you're a millionaire don't mean you worked hard. Yeah, you can work hard, but you didn't work as hard as fucking somebody who worked at McDonald's. But working hard doesn't mean nothing to do with money. Where did you get the idea that working hard means money? So this is why you gotta understand, like, people like that are agents. There's no way you're getting $16 million plus a year. A year. This is not lifetime. This is not in a season like NFL. This is a year. Anybody you're seeing getting that amount of money, they're promoting them. They have to promote them so it can make the other sheep think that, oh, this is attainable. So they waste their whole life investing in all this dumb shit to get money. And I'm not saying you shouldn't invest money, but don't make money your main mission. That's stupid. That's retarded. Like why would you do that? You're supposed to have a mission, and I'm not saying people like Bandman don't have a mission or whatever, or they're not doing some shit. Like, in his mind, he's probably doing what he thinks is supposed to be right. But at the end of the day, they chose him. Whether he knows it or not, they chose him to be an agent, and he doesn't know. This is why when you watch his channel, he has so much money. You're like, how does he have this much money? How did anybody you see that has, like, they're buying like Lamborghinis and fucking Rolls Royces left and right? These are people they don't fucking like. The only person I would say that was able to obtain that without their help, and I'm not sure, maybe I'm wrong, would be Brother Polite. Brother Polite probably, because I remember Brother Polite made a video saying that the agents were fucking with his business. This was like 2 years ago, before everybody was talking about agents on the internet, before it was cool. This nigga was talking about how, this is before he went to jail. He's like, if I could tell you guys everything, you guys wouldn't believe me. You won't even see how hard these people are going. And when he said people, I knew he was talking about government. Like, you would not see how hard these people are going trying to censor my channel, or not my channel, but censor and fuck up my businesses. He didn't say how they were fucking up his businesses, but he was talking about they were fucking up his businesses. So I don't even know what they were doing. He never disclosed that. But when I see him, and this is when he was on his millionaire lifestyle. So I'm thinking like I feel like Brother Polite was able to crack the code, or not even crack the code, because there's no code to crack, but he was able to, not able to, he just decided to, and he wanted to get to that level, and he was able to get there. And they didn't like that. So that's why they were fucking with him, because Polite, he never ran his, he was not like Nature Boy. He never ran his mouth. He just stuck to himself, but they were hating on him because of what he accomplished and a bunch of shit that was going on behind the scenes. And it's funny because when they gave Brother Polite his sentencing, they gave him 7 years. 7 years. Guess how much time they gave Nature Boy before he took it to trial? 7 years. So if Nature Boy, this is why I say Nature Boy shouldn't have took it to trial. He should have just went, and he could have had he could have went to prison, got in a program, say he was a drug addict and got in a program, and then they would have let him out like in 3 years or 4 years, or he could have been like the cook or the chef of the whole prison, and they could have gave him good release time, because they have programs in county and prison where you can do that. That's what Nature Boy should have done, that, especially knowing that you can't trust the justice system. The justice system is nothing to be trusted on. So, like I said, like the reason they sentenced Nature Boy, because he decided to take that shit to trial. He shouldn't have taken it to trial. He should have just took the 7 years and then cut it down and did whatever. But it is what it is. But it don't matter, because all the people who sentenced him, they're already in hell. They're gonna have to face. They're gonna have to reap what they sow. Because when you die, you go where your mind is. You don't go nowhere else. So let's just say you lived a life and you did certain tasks and you did certain things to live in this life. When you die, you could end up going to a reality where you're being burned alive for like 20 years straight. Or you're like being tortured by some monster. Like literally, that's what happens, because you go where your mind is. A lot of these Masons, they have a lot of negative shit on their mind. So when they die, a lot of these Masons, they'll be stuck in a reality where they're getting tortured by some demonic beast, or they're being fucking like they're stuck in a small room, and they'll die in that reality, and then they'll be born again in the same position, and they'll be like that for like a long time, like probably equivalent to like thousands of years or damn near eternity. And then they'll eventually get out because the spirit is infinite, but they're gonna have to experience that for a long time. Like a lot of these Masons and these people who run these federal agents, they're gonna be experiencing a lot of hell, especially like if you're a cop or a police or a federal agent and you're disrupting the people and you're trying to make it look like you're a good guy. You're gonna go into a reality where nigga, fucked up shit's gonna happen to you, and then you're gonna complain about it, and then the person who you're complaining to is gonna be like, there's nothing wrong, and then you're gonna be stuck in hell, because that's what they're doing. They're creating situations where people end up like Nature Boy, for example. They go to jail and shit, and then they say, oh, he raped women, he did this, but then they create the situation. They gave him money. They gave Nature Boy money. I remember one live stream, I think it was True, one of Nature Boy's butt buddies, the niggas who was with him, that faggot ass nigga. And I'll talk shit about him, nigga. To be honest, like Nature Boy's the only person I respect out of everybody in that whole group. And to be honest, I don't even agree on Nature Boy, but out of everybody, I respect them, nigga. But fuck True and fuck your dead ass son. That's where your son died, bitch. Your son died at the hands of Nature Boy because you're a bitch ass nigga. And I remember that bitch ass nigga whose son died. That bitch ass nigga was like, oh, I remember somebody gave us $30,000 when we were broke and we were homeless in LA, because they were homeless in LA. And they're like, oh, they gave us 30 grand. And then when Dolo made a video a few weeks ago saying that these agents, they be sending people money. In my mind, it clicked. I'm like, that's what I'm like, who the fuck is sending somebody $30,000? Because when Nature Boy was out and he was released, or he wasn't in jail, just like the feds were on Dolo's channel, they were on Nature Boy's channel trying to get rid of Nature Boy. But the thing is, I remember Nature Boy said you could never get rid of the energy. He said you could kill me, you could throw me in jail, but you could never get rid of the energy. I remember Nature Boy said that. And it's funny because they got rid of Nature Boy. This is why I tell you guys, never be so into the physical, because if you're into the physical, you're gonna miss the lessons, and you're gonna end up having to repeat it. So when they got rid of Nature Boy, they were in the physical. Oh, we got rid of Nature Boy. We got rid of Nature Boy. We got the last word. They were laughing. They were happy. Whatever. But after they got rid of him, look at, they got Dolo now. Now they got another problem. You see how they on Dolo's channel? They're trying to do the same thing with Nature Boy with Dolo. The same thing they did with Young Pharaoh and Nature Boy. They're trying to do it with Dolo, but they can't do it with him. So this is why I say, like, they're never gonna feel fulfilled in terms of them executing their bullshit, because once they execute it and they get rid of somebody, there's gonna be somebody else who they're gonna have to get. This is why the CIA agents, they'll be like, oh, we did a drug bust, we got $80 billion, we got $8 billion of drugs, but then the next day there's somebody else selling $10 million worth of drugs. It's like it's unless they fix the root problem, which they can't, because that's going to be destroying of their system. They're never going to get it right. So this is what I'm saying. Like you see how they got rid of Nature Boy, and I don't see what's the point of that, because you still got Dolo, you still got people like him speaking truth that is even way more than fucking with Nature Boy. So they you can't kill the energy. You can only kill the physical. So they're like, oh, let's get rid of Nature Boy because he's speaking truth, or not even speaking truth, but he's speaking against our policies and I guess what we want to think of. But then they got rid of him, and see, they got other people they got to do. Now people like Dolo and shit, they on his channel, fucking on his dick and shit 24/7. You see what I'm saying? It's always like a problem for them. They'll never, because that all possibilities, what you guys may call God, I hate that word God, but what you guys call all possibility, I don't even like to call it that. There's no word for it, but I don't even know why you have to speak about what that is. Just move in silence and you know what it is. But for all you guys, all that God and possibility, it comes at them. And since they're in a position, like, this is why the higher you go, the harder you fall, because the higher you up, the more the spirit and the energy has to come at you in a negative way to get your attention. So that's why they say the higher you go, the harder you fall. Because let's just say you're somebody who's protected by a bunch of military and everything, you're in a room, that's not going to stop you from having health issues. And if the spirit can't get to you in an easy way, then it's just going to fuck with your health. It's going to fuck with your other things. It may make one, it's going to fuck with something. So this is why these niggas, this is why, you got to understand, why are these people got billions of dollars, millions of dollars. They got resource, they got influence, and they have so much power that they want you to believe. But why are they on Dolo's channel trying to fuck with it? Leave them alone, let them speak. Why were they fucking with my channel? Why are they fucking with other people's channel? Like Mooney Mercury and other people and shit. It's because it's a threat, it's a problem. No matter, because if you use material things to try to make you feel better about what's going on, then the spirit and the all possibility will create situations to make you obsessed with something, so you can't allow money to make you forget about. This is why these niggas got all this money, but they can't get off this nigga's dick. They gotta worry about people's small pages who don't even have shit really in life compared to what they have, is because what I just said. These motherfuckers, they're not shit. And they're about to suffer for a long period of time. Because imagine being in a position where you have to always keep up the work so you don't reap what you sow. A lot of them have, because when you're trying to block off karma or trying to not reap what you sow, that's a lot of work that you have to uphold. You have to keep doing things. You have to keep censoring. You have to make people believe a certain thing. This is why they have to keep censoring, because if too many people believe what I'm saying, what the truthers or real people are speaking, if they start believing that, just them being aware is gonna make their karma be able to fruition. Because karma is a seed. It's like planted and it's growing. But a plant could be growing, but you could be cutting off the leaves of the plant to make it grow slower. But when you just let this shit grow, it's gonna grow in fruition. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to cut off the karma and try to make it where they postpone their karma, because they're in a life or death situation. Life and death spiritually, not in physically, but they're in a life or death spiritual situation. So they know they're gonna eventually face their karma, and they know that. And they're scared, but they're trying to, since there's nothing they can do, the only thing they can do is postpone it. So how this looks is censorship. How this looks is attacking channels, AI bots, because they're in fear. Because if people wake up, this goes beyond tax money and the system. This goes like, nigga, they're not gonna have no money, no wealth, and the worst, their spirit's gonna be fucking in turmoil at a more quicker rate, because their spirit is already in turmoil, but it's going to come quicker. They're trying to postpone it because they're scared to face it, but they're going to have to face it, because how do you go and kill off a whole native genocide, and then you're participating and keeping that shit going, and you're not going to experience it? You're retarded. And to be honest, like, a lot of these agents, they're actually dumb, because the people who run the system, like the straight up shadow government, they know how to postpone their karma. But a lot of these like Jews and these Masons that are lower level, doctors and these lawyers and judges, they don't know anything about that. So they're like getting themselves fucked for no reason. Like, the people up top are really ruining these people's spirit without them even knowing it. Because the people up top, they know a little bit about energy and all that, but a lot of these judges, these agents, the CIA, all the people, they don't know shit. Some of them don't know shit, and they're just gonna, and even actually all of them don't know shit, and what they do know ain't enough. So they're fucking up their karma and shit, because they don't really know what the fuck's going on. They don't know what they're getting themselves into. They just think that they're just making money and they're doing what they're supposed to do, but they don't know, like, they're fucking with a certain energy. And it's not like, oh, don't think it's like, oh, some god or something that's gonna come and get them. It's pretty much what they're putting out. And it's like, if I go and if I slap a whole bunch of children right now, the parents coming and beat my ass Is that God, or that's just the parents coming together to beat my fucking ass? So this has nothing to do with none of the God. I'm not saying God has nothing to do with it. It does, the spirit, the infinite energy, but at the same time, people are taking their initiative themselves. So what's coming to them goes far beyond just that God and karma shit, even though that is the case as well. Man, I dropped a lot of shit for you guys. Oh man, I gotta take a piss. He said can't change fire, water, air, and earth. Yeah, you can't. Where's the technology to change that? I have no element, no fucking extra element. If that's the case, nigga, that would be another $250 industry if they made another element. What element they have? And even if they make another element, it's gonna be based upon fire, air, and water. It won't be nothing new. It won't be nothing like new. They try to say ether. You see how like they'll say fire, water, air, earth, and ether. You see how they say ether? What the fuck is ether, nigga? Ether is nothing but what they fucking created, nigga. And if you want to say ether is a spiritual energy, then if it's a spiritual energy, why do you have to put it with fucking fire, air, earth, and water? Just say fire, air, earth, and water, and then keep that separate from ether. And then ether is other shit in a different reality. If you want to even go that far. Yeah, they trying to delay it. Shout out to Jackie New, trying to delay the demise while fucking up everyone else's potential. That's exactly what it is, because they can't go anywhere. Misery loves company. Like a lot of these niggas, they can't even enjoy their money. They're so stressed out and so triggered about content creators. Like if they go spend $10,000 on a Rolls Royce Ghost, they driving that bitch. They can't even enjoy it. They're probably thinking about Dolo's next live stream. They driving a Rolls Royce Ghost in a fucking hill. They thinking about Dolo's live stream and how he's gonna expose the system. They thinking about channels like mine and how they gotta get the fuck out of here. You niggas is fucking lame. It just baffles me. Like, how do you have the money and the influence you have and you worrying about YouTube channels, nigga? This shit's crazy. These niggas, imagine having the money that these niggas have and not being able to enjoy it. Like, a lot of you niggas are on social media because you don't have nothing to do. You may be broke or you don't have nothing to do. These niggas got money and everything, but they're on social media. That just shows you how miserable they fucking are. And it's not even about being miserable or happy. Let's just say they are. Think this is just a joke and laughing. Not for long, because what they're doing is a problem. This shit is fucking crazy as fuck. This is my last video I'm going on though. It probably won't be my last. Well, as of right now, it's my last. Next week I might not. I might just say fuck it and go again. I'm just working and got distracted listening to you speak. That's good. Anytime you're distracted working from the system, that's a good thing. Fuck this system. The whole fucking, you know how many people listen to me right now? There was like 2 people at that table right there. Like 3 people, the whole table. They were looking over here, and then there was some people over there. She about to leave. She was with somebody. See, she about to leave right now. There are like 2 people there, 3 people. They were listening to me, and I didn't give a fuck, nigga. Who the fuck are they? They're not. Who the fuck are they? They ain't paying my bills. They're a bot. They're a sheep. They're nobody to me. And I'm not saying like I'm better and I'm gonna look down upon them. Like if you want to be something to me, let's build. Let's be against the system. Let's do something. If not, nigga, get the fuck out. I don't give a fuck about you. Ain't paying my bills. Anytime you in public and somebody and you feel embarrassed for being yourself, are they paying your bills? If you were to have a heart attack right now and die in a hospital, are they gonna come to visit you? If you got locked up, are they gonna put money? No, they're not. Fuck them. Always think about that when you out and you feel ashamed of doing something. Don't let none of these bitch ass niggas get to you. They ain't nothing. They're retarded. A lot of these humans, they just came from being an animal. They came from being a dog or a cat or a fucking amphibian. So this is why they're retarded. This is why when you see some humans, they have a certain look. Like you see some people, there's this one YouTube channel. Every time you watch a YouTube channel, look at the name of the channel and look at the person, because the person will always resemble the look of their channel. Somebody, his name was Truth Tiger, and this nigga literally looked like a tiger. He had a goatee and a facial hair in the shape of a tiger. You know how tigers have like a white goatee and then everything else is orange and shit? He had the same look, but he's obsessed with tigers. He had a cat as his picture, and his name was True Tiger. This dude looked like a tiger. So some of these people, they come, especially when you see people that talk about, oh, I love this particular animal, and they're obsessed with this animal, like a lion or some shit. They probably came from being a lion last life. I see people like that, like they have a lion energy. They're retarded, they dumb, but amongst the retarded people, they're the leader. They run shit. They call shots amongst retarded people. They have a look of a lion. Maybe they have facial hair that they have facial hair that grows all the way out, so it's like a lion. You see what I'm saying? You can see this goes beyond animals, but always look at the name of the channel. I'm telling you, especially people who talk about animals all the time, those are people who came from the animal kingdom. So they're obsessed with that animal because that's what they were. So then they look at they like it, and they even act like that animal. They may be a spider or some shit. They may like have a spider tattoo, like spiders or some shit. Or maybe when they move around, they're very quiet. Like, oh, I didn't even see you there, or some shit. Because the shit like that. They have a certain look. They're in their desires. Anytime you talk truth to them, they don't understand you. That's the person who probably just came from it. Because some of these spirits are retarded, but some of just came from the animal kingdom, and their awareness and their consciousness doesn't really fully get to that point. If you guys get what I'm saying, like they don't know. Just because you look human and you have a human brain doesn't mean they know what you know. There's some human beings that have a brain like you, but you could treat them no different than an animal because their comprehension, unless you're talking about dumb shit like sports, they can't really come to you because their comprehension isn't there like yours. You've been a human, you've had experiences, so that intuition, that sudden that sudden aha moment, that takes knowledge and energy. If you were an animal past life or you have a weak spirit, you don't have that part of your brain developed. Your spirit isn't gonna incarnate into a being which has those abilities capable. Like they say, where the mind goes, the body goes. A strong mind, a strong body. This is why a lot of these faggots and these Mason Jews, they have small dicks. When Dolo says they have a small dick, this is not just him talking shit. They actually do, because if you watch a lot of their entertainment, like certain movies and shit, they will always make the joke the Jewish people have a small dick. It's because when you are in a low space spiritually and you go only, it's like if you don't know how to make flambe steak, you're not going to be able to make flambe steak. You have to know how to make it. Do you know how to build a bridge? No, you don't know how to build a bridge. Why not? Because you don't have the knowledge. So don't you think it's the same with a human body and human intelligence and consciousness? Don't think you could just be a spirit and come into a body and have knowledge. If your spirit is not that strong and you need an experience, then you need to come into a body that's to build it up and get to that point. You ain't just knowing everything off the bat. You got to put in work. So this is why a lot of these niggas, they fucked up so much in reality, and they have so much negative karma, and they're just retarded. So they manifest as having. This is why Elon Musk looks like a piece of shit. Like they showed a picture with that nigga's shirt off. That nigga looks like a piece of shit. Look at McCain. He got a big ass. He looked like he got a fucking cock in his jaw. Like a cock is going fucking inside of his jaw. Like McCain. Remember when that old ass cracker was running for president back in 2008? Nigga, take that fucking shit out your fucking mouth, you faggot. It's because he's morphed. He looks retarded. That's why a lot of these white people, I don't want to say white people in general, because there are white people who are like the white people who are more tan and they're more like down to earth and they have a tannish look. Those are like more white people who are as low vibrational. But when you see a pale ass motherfucker and they have like deformities. Like every time you see a billionaire, like there was this Russian crypto billionaire. He looked like a fucking, like something out of a horror flick, something out of the Massacre Chainsaw. He looked really bad, like his jaw and everything. Like it looked like all he has was money. Like if he didn't have money, he probably would kill himself because he doesn't have nothing else. That's how that nigga looks. And he belongs to one of these bloodlines. That's why he was able to be a billionaire cryptocurrency person. I'm telling you. Even when you see that other nigga, that Sam Free Bankman-El, the dude who did the crypto scam. Remember that nigga who did the crypto scam? It's funny. It's funny how everybody, all these weak ass niggas are born on my birthday. That nigga Tyler the Creator, fucking that Sam Free Bankman-El, all these lame ass fucking, like, I don't know what it is. It's weird. Even my brother, like, my brother was talking to me. He was all like, "Oh, I'm gonna vote for Kamala because she was born on my birthday," or some dumb ass shit. I'm like, nigga, what the? If anything, like, why would you want to even vote for, like? But anyway, like, it's always like the lame ass people that is like born on my birthday and shit. Like, I hate that fucking shit. Especially Tyler the Creator. I hate that nigga, Tyler the Creator. I hate that motherfucker. That faggot ass nigga. Try to fucking lame. And so was a motherfucker born on my birthday that's lame. Yeah, they gotta create AI. The harassers, they ugly as fuck. Exactly. They can't come. I noticed that. Why don't they come up with AI that? Why don't they come up with AI that actually, like, not even come up with AI, but why don't they just not even use it? Why don't they come up with the real look, like the way they look? Or even if they're going to use AI, get the real filter of what they really look like and then use it like that. Like, they'll never show you how they look because they don't look like shit. I'm telling you, these niggas ain't shit. You guys got to know how they look, because you can kind of get a fix at how they look. Because if you look at certain, like their money, for example, George Washington, shout out to that nigga Dolo. He said that George Washington wasn't a real person. That's what he said. And I believe that. I'm going to take his word for it. And I believe that. So if he wasn't a real person, why would they make George Washington look the way he does? So maybe George Washington isn't a real person, but maybe he looks like somebody that is in the shadows. Maybe these people on the money, there may not be real people, but maybe they resemble somebody that could be working underneath. You see what I'm saying? So it shows you, because it shows you what they think a person is supposed to look like, what they think beauty is. So even if the person isn't real, even if George Washington isn't real, note how he looks. Take down how he looks. So they think that's how a normal person is supposed to look. George Washington looks like an ugly ass faggot, kind of looks transgender. He looks questionable. So that's probably how they look. Because George Washington, that's an ugly ass nigga. That's an ugly faggot nigga with a wig. Why they have all these gray wigs? It's because they probably couldn't grow hair because they're deformed. They have horrible genetics, so they couldn't grow hair, so they have to wear a wig. Why would you wear a wig if you have hair? If you could grow out a full head of hair that's gray like that, why not grow it out? Why wear a wig? You see what I'm saying? These niggas ain't shit. Bro, I thought you were alone. Left on my ass off. Bad respect for you. Alone doing what? Alone doing what? I am alone. We're all alone, really. If when you talk about social media and just talking on the internet, because I wouldn't be surprised. Like for example, you, like, I'm cool with you and we're on the internet, but you guys got to be prepared for it to get to a point where they could just make a fake channel like Speak Your Mind. They can make it look like his, because what it is, they have technology where it can record the whole video and audio, and it can make you, like, you know how when you see these AI these AI voices on TikTok. It'll be like an old white guy or that one robotic female, and it'll be an AI voice. Where do you think they came up with that AI voice? That AI voice was a real person that they recorded, and then they used technology in some cases to tweak the volume, to tweak the voice, like auto-tune, or some cases they don't even mess with it, and then they make that the standard for AI voice. So you guys, when you watch TikTok videos, you see an old white guy and you hear his voice, and so that's AI. That was once a real person's voice. You see what I'm saying? That was once a real person's voice, but then they put it in an AI technology to translate it as an AI. So I could use that same technology and say a few words into the machine, and it will pick up my voice, and then people will be able to type shit and recreate it with my voice. So this is why I say anything like the government, don't take any of their shit serious. Even, let's just say there was somebody like Nature Boy. Let's say Nature Boy wasn't in jail, and let's just say he was doing something illegal on his videos. In about 10 years, 15 years, maybe even right now, depending what they're seeing, what they're doing, they're not going to be able. They will need more. They will need more evidence other than public opinion for people to say that that's what Nature Boy did. Because he could easily make a case and say, no, that wasn't me, that was an AI. And seeing what they're doing with AI, with the Fed shit, how do they, let's just say speak your mind. Let's just say if you made speak your mind, if he made a video talking shit about me, I will have to do spiritual digging and ask the spirit if that's true. I would not just look at YouTube, because they can make a video recreating his voice, speak your mind voice, his image. He's made over 600 videos. They can make his video and be like, okay, take one of his videos, get the background, get the way he looks, put a filter over it, get the voice AI, and then make him start speaking shit. They're already doing it with cryptocurrency scams. What the Masons are doing right now is with the cryptocurrency scam, they're telling people, if you have XRP, invest in my fucking in Solana or some shit, and I'm the owner of Solana, and I get the owner of Solana, and then they'll put an AI voice over the owner of the Solana, and the AI voice kind of sounds similar to the dude, and then people send money to the fake Mason. That's broke. It's a broke ass Mason who they have to create scams, because since Gen Z doesn't want to work, they're losing tax money and less energy in the system. Nobody's buying as much shit, so they're going broke, and they have to go and find other ways to make money on YouTube. That's what it is. But all I'm trying to say is, don't believe nothing these motherfuckers gotta say on the YouTube. Don't believe nothing these motherfuckers gotta say. To big soggy dicks that don't get hard. A lot of them, this shit don't get hard. There was this, I remember 5 years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, I seen an article of this billionaire. I swear to God, I could probably look, you guys probably look it up on the internet right now and find it. A billionaire died from surgery from getting his dick bigger. It was a billionaire. This was back in 2019. It was on the news. A billionaire died under the procedure of having his dick bigger. So obviously, if he's a billionaire, he's a Mason. He got a small dick, not surprised, and he died because he was working on it. So all the money he had, he couldn't be happy with it. He had to go and take the money and go get surgery, and he died and shit. This nigga probably thought, oh, when I'm done with my surgery, I'm gonna take my money and then go fuck some bitches, and I'm gonna be happy with my big dick. It didn't happen, bitch. You died, and all that billions was useless because you have all that money and it's gone now. Stupid motherfucker. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's a good story right there. That's a beautiful story. He's like, good thing I caught the XRP at like 15 cents. It's going on like $10. Yeah, I don't know about all that crypto shit. Get in and get out. Get in and get out. That's all I gotta say. Get in and get out. Don't hold your money in crypto for too long. Get in and get out. As soon as that shit goes up, get out. Don't think of it as a long-term investment because they can crash crypto. Because you got to understand, Donald Trump got in office, right? So crypto and stocks are going to go up, but that doesn't mean they're going to stay up. Maybe they could stay up. I don't know, because they do whatever the fuck they want. It's their shit. But it doesn't mean it's going to stay up. But what you do know is last time when Bush was in office and he was a Republican, and when Trump was in office, he's a Republican. What happened? 9/11 and a pandemic. So Trump is supposed to be some savior. He's supposed to be some financial savior that's going to help the country, right? So why was it when Trump's policies were doing good, according to people back in 2019, why when 2020 came, the economy went to shit? Why didn't Trump do nothing about it? Why didn't he stop the pandemic or make it not happen, or tell the people to stop lying about a fake virus? Like, why did he? Because it has nothing to do with that. There's always going to be a problem. So when I seen Trump as the president, that kind of made me that made me think there's going to be another 9/11, or there's going to be another fucking pandemic. And if there isn't, it's because I said something and we said something. So that's good, because that's less negative. So at least we're speaking out to make them not do it. So if it doesn't happen, it's because I spoke about it. We're speaking about it. But if it does happen, it's because what I'm saying, they put him in office. He's a Republican. So if whatever Trump says has to be true. It has to come, or people aren't going to believe in politics. So they have to make the country better. They can't make the same policies as last year or last 4 years. So if they do that, that means they still have to make the country suffer. They can't make this country good. So if they make Trump solve all the problems, watch there be another pandemic, watch there be another 9/11, and watch how whatever incident happens, Trump isn't going to be responsible for that shit. This is why Trump was a president up until 2020, until fucking Dr. Fauci's faggot, four-eyed, ugly, faggot ass became president. Because everything that nigga said was the go-to. Stay inside, don't come out. Everybody listen to Dr. Fauci, his faggot ass. So when did fucking Trump become president, and then a fucking doctor became president in 2020? See, a lot of you guys didn't catch that. Everybody that's talking about, oh, Trump did this, Trump did that. But don't you guys see how they pretty much disregarded everything that nigga was saying and let a doctor run the presidency? And the doctor was like a liberal, wasn't he? He was like if I'm not mistaken, he was liberal. So if he was a liberal, this is why he had everything shut the fuck down. So this is what I'm telling you, like, all they got to do is do another fucking 9/11 or pandemic, which they're probably going to do, and it's going to shut everything down. This shit's crazy. I'm telling you, niggas. I'm probably going to end up ending this live stream, guys. Hold on. Give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute. And then these faggot Masons, when I block the camera like this, they can still see the camera. See, I flipped them off right now. You guys didn't see me flip them off, but I flipped them off. I flipped them off again. Because they can see the camera, they can see everything. Because anytime you're using technology, they can look at everything. It's a back door. So they can see everything. So just gotta make that known. He's like, it went up. I'm 2020. I be thinking that shit before I just said that on my life. And also peep game. Like Jackie New said, they be soul swapping and cloning. Even think about it like this: all the technology that they have that works, it's obviously not good enough because like they got HAARP weather to control the weather, but okay, you have HAARP to control the weather, but you still got problems. If you didn't have problems, you wouldn't be thinking of situations like HAARP to use to control the weather. So the fact that you even have to use HAARP means you got problems and you're in a certain stimuli, you're in a certain mind state. None of this shit is work. You have all this technology. They try to get you thinking that technology is innovative and technology is gonna go forward. And technology. Look at the time we're living in right now. It's 2024. Look at how dumb people are. Look how stupid people are. Nigga, ain't no technology doing shit. Technology ain't nothing. Technology is. I'm not saying it can't help people, but anybody who's benefited from technology, they at least had something. AKA somebody who became an entrepreneur on the internet. Like there's technology to become rich on the internet, but not everybody has access to it because you're either an idiot or you're not an idiot. If you're not an idiot, then you know how to at least make some money. I'm not saying gotta be rich, but you know how to at least hustle, even if it's scamming on the internet. At least you know how to hustle on it. Everyone just high off elections. Everyone just high off elections being unpredictable and giving attention to it. Everyone knows politics is very here. No. Like um, I agree with what you're saying, but that's kind of not what it is. What you gotta understand is a lot of people are into politics because of emotional sentiment. A lot of people are triggered just by hearing the word Trump. People are triggered by seeing a black woman that could potentially be president. So you're right at a certain level. People do know it's entertainment, and people did know it's entertainment. People do know, but when they have a black woman and a white racist man or a white man, fuck racism because the bitch is racist too. If they have two different demographics, like a white man and a black woman going at it, that's gonna arouse people emotional sentiment to want to be invested into it. So now people want to vote. People who don't even care about presidency, they just want to see Trump lose because he's a racist white man. Or people who are like, let's say that the typical white school shooter who has a lot of resentment and anger towards women and shit and stuff. They're gonna want Trump to win. So that's all it is. It's all fucking sentiment and emotion. Even the people who know it's bullshit, they know it's bullshit, but they just want the other party to win so it can make them feel better. This is why you see Bitcoin and all that shit went up because Trump's in office. But don't get too comfortable and think, oh, Bitcoin and all that's gonna go up because Trump's bring. Don't get too comfortable because if it does go up, another pandemic or 9/11 can happen and send that bitch right back down. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not to say because I believe my opinion, I think it's gonna go probably past 100K, but who's to say? It could go down to the 40K before it goes to 100K. And if you don't have long-term investment strategies, then once it goes to fucking 60K, you're gonna be stressing. Oh, I gotta take my money out. I gotta take. But in reality, it's like, nigga, that's just how it goes. But I'm about to end this live stream, guys. I might have to get out of here. We got a lot of people coming up in here. So I'm gonna end this live stream right now. Well, I'm not gonna end it. I'm just gonna go to the car. What's up? Who's that? Oh shit. Yeah, I got enough. Shit. If I can buy one. Yeah, if I can buy one. Yeah, I just gotta do it because like the battery be dying and shit.
Oh yeah, that one's the battery pack.
Yeah, it's a battery pack, and it's a phone, and that's a phone.
Like a free phone.
Oh hell no!
Good guy.
Dang.
That's also the handicap chair. He asked the girl if he could charge his phone right there, and she was sitting there, and she's all, no, you can't.
What you were trying to use her for the
Yeah. I could charge my phone. She was all, no.
why?
And then they got it left.
What the fuck? Was it an outlet or you were trying to use her? I would have just used the plug. You shouldn't even add. Just use the plug. You know, she don't own the store. I would have been like, fuck that bitch. She don't own the store. Like, yeah. If I were you, was I here when she said that? I would have said something if I heard her say that. That's stupid. Yeah.
You're gonna say no and then leave.
Yeah, for real. I would have cussed her out if she left. Like, and like, that's retarded.
Look there and leave it.
I don't care. You ain't too young to get cussed the fuck out. I ain't gonna hit you, but I'd cuss you the fuck out. She probably thought you wanted to charge her use her cord or something like that. Yeah. All right then, guys. Yep. Yeah, I was just talking to one of the dudes over here. The dude was all telling me how they wouldn't even let him charge it. He asked the girl to charge her phone. Hold on. He was talking to me like he asked the girl to charge her phone, like if he wanted to charge her, use the cord. And she's like, no. And I'm like, the fuck? She doesn't own it. And I told him like, was I here when she said that? And I'm like, you should have told me shit. Like if I heard that, I would have fucking cussed that nigga out or cussed that bitch out. Cause it was like a homeless dude. And like when I see people being fucked up to homeless people or people with like disabilities, like nigga, like I'll cuss you the fuck out. Uh-oh. Where's my key? Oh, phew, shit. I got scared, man. Like I lost. Okay, you know how I told you guys I have to spend $300 to get my key fixed? Okay, why you see like you hear that? I bought a fucking device where I bought it on the street for a few bucks. I bought a little thing for my fucking thing, so if I lose my key, it beeps. It's a cheap ass little device. It's not supposed to beep unless you push the button, but it's so cheap it beeps when you move it. So I went and I fucking bought this fucking shit. And tell me yesterday, I lost this key again. And it had the fucking blue thing on it, right? I was like, thank God I have the blue thing on it. I went to Home Depot, got me a fucking Phillips screwdriver so I can unbolt the back of the remote where you push the button so you can make it beep. You have to put batteries in it. And I got the fucking thing at Home Depot. And then when I put the batteries in it, I clicked the button, the shit wasn't beeping. I was like, what the fuck? So come to find out, I found it without it. I found the fucking key without me having to use it, but it needed new batteries in it. The dumbass instructions said it already has batteries within it. You just need to add batteries to the remote, which is what I did. But since this beeps all the fucking time, it ran out of batteries, I guess, when it was in the shipping process. So it was dead. So I couldn't find it. I was pissed. I went to the fucking other place to get another, because I had another copy of the key. Because as soon as I lost my other key, I got another one. So I had made a copy. I have a copy. It's in my bag right there. I made a copy of the key. And I was about to go to the store to go make another copy. And when I went to the store, bro, I was not about to walk in, I find my key. I was like, this shit's ridiculous, man. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. I think it's spiritual. I think it's something spiritual. I know it's something spiritual when it comes to this key, because I don't know why the fuck I keep losing this fucking key. Damn, I gotta take a piss. Yeah. Hold on, I gotta take a piss. Whew, man. I'm pissing in the cup right now. Oh man, that feels good. Oh damn, that feels hella good. I'm pissing. Hold on. Oh man. Yeah, I'm being real with you guys. You guys see me shit. You guys see me piss. Yeah. I don't give a fuck about YouTube, nigga. Fuck this stupid ass platform. You know what I think about YouTube? YouTube is the ground. You see the stop sign? That's YouTube. That's YouTube right there. Fuck YouTube. That fucking cup of piss is more valuable than this fucking platform, this piece of shit platform. Fuck all you Jewish faggots. I hope all your kids die. I hope all your kids die, and I hope your mother continues suffering with that horrible disease that she has. For real, nigga. Fuck this stupid ass fucking. That's literally what I think about this platform. Niggas ain't shit. Censor my channel, nigga. I should be at 1,000 subscribers. I ain't tripping because I had 1,000 subscribers, so I at least I reached 1,000 subscribers. And all you guys don't believe me, ask people on my channel. There's people who this is my third YouTube. My third or my second? It's either my third or my second. Because I made this YouTube channel in 2020 in July 2nd. And I had the one before that was no, it is my third. I had another one, and then the one before that, it got banned, but that one got banned a long time ago, like probably like 2014, 15. But in the one I had, when I had over 1,000 subscribers, that shit got banned fucking 2020. I had like almost 2,000 subscribers, I remember. And then one of my videos on that page was up to 10,000. That was the first video I did on that page, was 10,000 subscribers. Or 10,000 views. Because they put me in the algorithm when I literally the first video I made on that channel, they put me in the algorithm because the way I talk and how I come across it, they liked my channel. They like how I speak. Because the first video was like 10,000 views, and I was getting like a 5,000. You ask people on my channel. I'm sure there's somebody watching my channel that they remember. That was like back in 2018. They let my shit go because I was speaking. But then once I started speaking a certain way, then that's when they started fucking with me. Because they mad because I'm not using my intellect and my intelligence to help fuel their shit. Because if I use my same intellect and intelligence and the way I speak and my charismatic shit for their shit, they will like that. They'll put my shit up, but I'm not doing that. Nigga, fuck you. Fuck your channel. Because to be honest, like, you could make anything sound legit. That's the one thing about reality. That's one thing about linguistics. That's one thing about psychology. You could make anything sound good, especially to a dumbass person who can't see through bullshit. So I can make anything sound good. Even when I was talking dumb shit back in the day, I was talking stupid shit. But the way I was saying it, it made it sound good. But I didn't know, like, certain things I don't know. I'm not gonna tell you, I know everything. But at the same time, not knowing shit is part of knowing everything because you need to know how it feels to not know. So certain shit I don't be knowing, but then I have to catch myself. Like, for example, it'll be little dumb shit. That's why, like, some of the things I say or I may have done in my old videos, don't take that as that's for 100% because some things I don't know. Like, for example, a carousel. Like with the horses, a carousel, that's looked at as like negative, as in like against an all right, yeah, like a carousel. I didn't think like there was nothing negative about that. I remember I had a video of me, like I was on a carousel, I was just acting silly and shit. I was on it and I was just acting silly. And I was like, I was gonna upload the video, but then Spirit's telling me don't upload the video. And I was like, what the fuck? What's the point? Like, don't. This is like a couple years ago. I was like, don't upload the video, and I just didn't upload it, and I forgot about it. And that was for like about like probably like a month ago or a few weeks ago. Then like adult talk about how carousel is like what he says is anti-native hobbyism or it's racism to like native. It's spiritual racism. Like when he says racist, he means it's spiritually racist. So it could be a stupid nigger that's dark skin that looks like a piece of shit, but yet he could be racist to like a fucking a native or somebody who's against the people who colonize this. So that's what he means is racist. That whole fucking anti that carousel shit with the horses and you go. I just thought it was just a regular thing kids drive. So he's like, that's anti-nativism, whatever it is, even a parade and shit. Like a parade supposed to be symbolic of when they were marching to take over the like when they were marching about to kill the natives. That's where they came up with parade. So the day where they're like, okay, we're gonna take over the natives and kill them, take them over. And when they were marching into the village that day, that was where they came up with parade. So a lot of shit I didn't know. So I'm at a point right now where I'm like, I don't want to release anything that's of this system that my consciousness became aware of through Masonic programming. I don't even want to speak about it or give it a shout out or talk about it any other way. Like video games, movies, TV shows, all that shit is Masonic, and I don't want to speak about that shit. Or so I'm very careful what I say nowadays, and because if I say certain shit and it comes off as it being spiritually racist, I didn't know that. So back in my other videos, if I may have said certain shit, you guys gotta understand like certain shit, I'm still like I'm not perfect. So I just gotta put that out there because there's a lot of like you don't wanna advocate and be a instigator of this spiritual racism shit. Because there's no all that racism like oh nigger black or you're a nigger that's the old school racism. This new school racism is spiritually racism. So
if you think, let's just say you believe that the stars don't exist, and you believe all of those lights in the sky are satellites. You believe space doesn't exist, and space is only a construction and a figment of a Mason's imaginations to keep people enslaved. Because the Masons aren't that stupid. The Masons know that stars and galaxies don't exist. The real ones, not the weak ass, dumbass Masons. I'm like the real ones who are running shit. They know the truth on a certain level. So when you know the truth, when you know the truth on a certain level, then you know that these motherfuckers like they ain't shit. Like they can only tell you what they know. They can't tell you anything that's actual reality. So like this is what I'm saying. Like these motherfuckers like they ain't shit. You gotta always keep in mind like these motherfuckers they ain't shit. These niggas don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't know nothing. Just keep that in mind. I don't want to keep going and beat a dead horse or nothing, but like you guys know what I'm talking about. Like these niggas ain't shit. Be careful because you gotta understand like anything you watch, movies, TVs, video games, everything is Masonic. Every video game is Masonic programming. Every video game. Like me, I used to like Call of Duty video game. The game Call of Duty, I used to like it. I can't play that game no more. That game's trash because I've been like I watched so much shit on like, and I've been aware of so much shit. So when I play these games and watch these movies, I see through it. I see what they're trying to portray. Like, first of all, there should be no such thing as war. War is fucking a figment. So when you even play a game like Call of Duty, it's all fake. The reason why they're going for war is fake. It's not real. Like, it doesn't make sense. So it's like, and it's with everything. It's not just with Call of Duty. It's with, even if you watch like fucking movies, you won't even think that have nothing to do with, like, they don't even hear Transformers. It had nothing to do with humans. But it's based on a programming. Even the concept of computers and technology ruling the world and all this, that's all like their AI shit they're trying to promote. And then they may have some type of symbolicism and Bible allegory shit that they have in a movie. But like it's all bullshit. I even seen a fucking video saying that Donald Trump was supposed to be president in 2024. The fuck? Donald Trump was supposed to be president in 2024. That's what somebody said. That's what Simpson said. And then you got dumbass niggas talking about, oh, they predicted it. Like, you can't be that stupid. The bitch is 2024. If you see something on the television or the internet that somebody predicted and it's coming true now, you got to be a stupid motherfucker if you think that's some type of divination or God or Holy Spirit predicted this. You see, the Bible's playing out. Shut your stupid nigger ass up. If I went and told you that I predict somebody gonna shoot your mother in the fucking head with a fucking Glock in 2 years, and then 2 years later I get a fucking Glock and I shoot that bitch in the fucking head when she's picking up her grandchildren, your son, from daycare, and I shoot that bitch in the head, are you gonna say I'm a divination speaker? Or no, I'm just a nigga who decided to shoot your fucking raggedy baby kid in his nappy ass head because I want to prove a point? Which one are you gonna choose, bitch? People are retarded. Like, people have lost their whole common sense. Just don't have sympathy with people. How I'm talking, I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not being loud. If anybody thinks I'm being disrespectful, it's an agent, it's a Mason, or somebody who's into their programmings and they don't know better. You're a piece of shit if you fucking believe in Jesus Christ or religion. I'm not gonna sit there and obviously if it's in real life, I'm in a regular setting. At least at this point right now, I'll probably be respectful, but like I don't agree with that. But I don't know, maybe in a year or so, in a few years, because as time goes on, I lose my patience. So it's gonna get to that point where I'm gonna be straight up like real. And when it gets to that point, I'm gonna record all my dealings with people, and you guys will see me how I deal with people, because that's probably what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start going and start speaking spiritual in front. That's probably what I'm gonna make my channel be. I'm gonna go to people and I'm gonna start speaking spiritual and like this is what I do from now. Like anytime you're talking to somebody, do not try to make it look like you're trying to seem normal. Like this is one thing I have to stress out of this whole live stream. Take this advice. Don't make yourself seem like you have common sense. Don't make yourself seem like you know what you're talking about. If people look at you like you're crazy, that's fine. At one point, I was looking at myself like, oh, I don't want them to think I'm crazy. So every time I would talk to people, or like my brother, my relatives, and I talk to them about spirituality, I would say, well, you don't have to do this, but it's good to do this, and we need no more. This is what the curriculum. This is what we're supposed to do. If you don't want to go with it, fuck you. If you want me to explain it to you, other than teaching you about the information, fuck you. I don't mind teaching you about the information, but if you want me to explain why I think like that, fuck you. Don't explain shit. Only explain the curriculum. Don't explain why you want to teach the curriculum. Don't explain why. If anybody who doesn't get you, nigga, fuck you. Don't. This is one thing about esoteric deep people that I see. When I see people who are esoteric deep, not just weak ass black magic and new age nigger consciousness deep, but esoteric, you talk some deep shit, the shit that these Masons hate. One thing I noticed, and it's a flaw about people who are very few people, is they try to make themselves seem like they try to make themselves come off as normal. Um, like you don't like you explain your truth, which is good, and your truth is no, there's nothing wrong with it. But then you try to explain it in a way that what makes you not seem crazy. If people are gonna see you crazy, people are gonna see you crazy. You cannot help that. That's one thing I realized. My brother was talking to me, like the same brother I told you guys I was talking about spirituality, and he told me that he even told me like you should be my big brother. I should be your younger brother because you've helped me so much in life. He told me this, but then he'll go into, and don't get me wrong, he still listens to what I say, but he mixes it with the Bible. So when I'm telling him the Bible's bullshit and it's fake, he's like, you're not understanding me. And then when he said, you're not understanding me, that made me realize, like, why am I trying to make myself seem like I'm trying to understand you? Like, I don't give a fuck if you don't understand me. What I'm trying to tell you is what's the truth? What's real? If you don't want to believe that, nigga, fuck you. Kiss my ass. But I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. I'm not going to prove to you that I'm not crazy. No, believe what I have to say. And if you don't believe, even if you have a question of what I have to, unless it's a question like wanting to inquire about it more, like if it's a question like, how do you know this? Nigga, fuck you. Don't tell me how do I know it. How about instead of you saying, how do I know this? How about you apply my information? And if it works, then you won't have to ask me, how do I know it, bitch? Because it worked. If it doesn't work, bitch, then go do what you were doing before, which is not going to work because if it what you were doing before, you would have already been successful, which you're not. So fuck you. And I'm not talking about money and wealth. I'm talking about inwardly successful, knowing who you are, happy within, not needing shit, not desiring that much shit. Because you really don't. People like to say, oh, you're supposed to desire. We all have desires. I have a desire to not desire. That's a desire. So you're right. You do have a desire. But I don't have a desire. Honestly, I don't. But you can. And I've seen it. You eliminate fully desires that people think that's just normal. Like you got dumbass people that, oh, it's normal to have desires, which you're right, it is. It's normal to desire to get healthy. It's normal to desire to be spiritual. It's normal to desire to not think like a Mason. A lot of you niggas don't like Masons. You don't like to think like them. You don't like Jesus Christ. You desire not to be into religion. You desire not to go to church. That's why you don't take your ass to church. So we all have desires, but nigga, desiring shit like having a fucking like eat and fucking food and all this dumb shit and needing to get high, you don't need to desire that. You can eliminate that desire 100%. I've seen it. This is why you see people who are breatharian. You see people who don't smoke. You see people who don't gamble. You see people who don't jack off. You see people who are asexual, who don't fuck. Anything you can think of, you see people who don't do it. But what thing you don't see people is you don't see people who don't have a desire for anything. You don't see people that don't have, like a person who doesn't jack off. They have a desire to not jack off. That's their desire, to not do that. So we all have desires, but what's your desire? Choose. Desires are good. You came into this reality with the desire. That's why you're here. Desires motivate you, but what is your desire is the thing. And you can't lessen your desire to be to like negative bullshit and shit that isn't good for you. You can't have. Why do you think somebody cigarette smokers. Who smokes cigarettes? Nobody smokes cigarettes. Cigarettes used to be popular back in the fucking 80s and 90s and 70s. Nobody smoked cigarettes. So people say, oh, you have a desire. We all have desire. I have a desire to smoke. You can get rid of that desire. What the fuck is rehab? What the fuck is all this porn addiction clinics that get rid of people who have porn? So you can get rid of it because there's stories of it. What you got is people who they can't get rid of it because they're weak and they weak spiritually. So they rational like, oh, we are all supposed to have desires. You're right, we are. The desire to get out of a desire. The desire to not be a, you see what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to have a desire on. So don't get it misconstrued because you're gonna fuck around and listen to one of these spiritual people. Oh, you're supposed to have desires. You're gonna fuck around and be smoking weed and cigarettes and eating junk and fucking around not doing what you're supposed to do for like 5 years and then waste time and not even complete your spiritual mission because you think that, oh, it's, you see what I'm saying? That's another one of these Masons that they use to say shit like that to make people lost and trapped and confused and thinking that it's okay to just be a bum piece of shit. Like, oh, I'm introverted. I like talking to people. Not knowing that, nigga, you're introverted. You don't like talking to people because you're mentally ill. You have a problem. And when I see 99.9% of people who I see with that issue who talk about, oh, I'm introverted, they show bodily symptoms and energies and movements and just their vibration. It speaks like trauma and problems. So yeah, you're introverted, but you're introverted because of trauma. You're not introverted because you just choose to be introverted. You're introverted because of trauma and shadow work you haven't done. That's a problem. So if you have a problem, deal with the problem. Don't have a problem and then be like, oh, it's okay. I can live with a problem because this is this and this spiritually, it's not this and that. And they even use spirituality to rationalize why they're in this problem. Like spirituality is used to actually rationalize bullshit instead of actually get their shit right. Shit's crazy, bro. I'm telling you. That YouTube is a piece of shit. Exactly. That fuck YouTube. And I made my money from YouTube. I made like, they sent me I made $60 my old channel and they sent me 50 because I guess they took taxes and shit. So I made my money off YouTube, bitch. They sent me my check and I double deposit that check. So I got 100. I was doing like $48, so I got I got $98 or some shit, like 96 bucks or whatever. Because I deposited my account and I deposited at the bank. So I got my motherfucking money, so fuck you niggas. So I give a shit. As you see how they fucking with my page at 400. But yet you see others, even like shout out to Speak Your Mind. He left a comment saying like, how do I have 630 subscribers? This nigga was at like literally less than 100 subscribers when he started shouting me out and watching my channel. Well, he probably was watching it. He was probably watching my channel before that, but he was at a low subscriber, man. It's funny how he surpassed my subscribers, but his views are like the same. So this validates what I was saying about the views. All the people who have views, subscribers, they're bots. Just because you buy subscribers doesn't mean it's bots. You don't even have to buy subscribers to get bot fucking subscriptions. Because it's all about the look. They have to make the look a certain way. If you're in the algorithm, then you have a certain look. But then depending on how much you talk, because there's certain tiers and different levels of the algorithm. They can put you in the algorithm, but make you only get like 5,000 subs and 1,000 views. That's a certain level. Then they have one that's over 10,000 and you get like over 5,000 views per video. That's another level. Then they got one that's 20,000 plus. That's 25,000 plus views per video. That's another level. The higher level you get to, the more you have to be speaking about a certain thing. So it's like it's all fucking fake. It's all staged. So fuck them. Fuck this. I'm in the home of Mardi Gras. I look at it different now. Then the black people have their own parade. Their food money and survival shit. Yeah, Mardi Gras is all of Masonic holiday. I wouldn't even celebrate that shit. But at least the people are gonna celebrate and like come together and do something good about. Like I don't even think why even then why would you have to wait till Mardi Gras to do it? Like just do it on your own time. But yeah. I would never celebrate I never celebrated Mardi Gras. I never celebrated any holiday other than like when I was young. We celebrated like dumbass holidays and that's it. Like it's you notice how this year nobody gives a shit about Thanksgiving. Remember last year everybody was talking about how you can't make no money in the or no you Thanksgiving's getting expensive. Nobody can afford a turkey, which I don't see how nobody can afford a turkey when every fucking fake ass broke ass philanthropist is buying everybody turkeys. You see these broke ass niggas that, oh, I'm gonna buy a turkey for the whole hood. Nigga, I have to fucking need a damn turkey, nigga. You can go fucking steal a damn turkey if you really want. You don't need I don't need you to buy a turkey, nigga. Buy me a fucking Rolls Royce Ghost or some shit. You gotta buy me something, bitch. But you see how like nobody takes Thanksgiving serious nowadays? It's a stupid ass holiday. Back then, like a year ago, everyone was complaining how it was too much money. This year, I don't even hear nobody even complaining about that because we're in a different shift. Time is accelerating. So everything is in the now moment. Everything is right now. And even when an event occurs and happens, it happens so quick and it fades away. This is why the president election is done, is over with. So this is why they have to keep doing other shit with the president election and talk about like this bitch fucking Kamala Harris ain't even president, but people still talking about her and I still see articles about her. They have to keep prolonging it because everything's accelerating and time accelerating is against the system. Like they talk about father time. Father time is Saturn. Father time is getting his ass whooped. So even Saturn placements come every 2.5 years. We just got into Saturn and Pisces. It's about to leave. So even Saturn isn't even being taken seriously because you see how quick Saturn and Pisces left. So even learning Saturn's lessons is a lot easier because it's not even that long. So like their whole shit is like it's all collapsing. Everything's collapsing. Their shit ain't gonna work no more, and it's slowly collapsing right now. Because don't think about it like, oh, it's not collapsed yet. It's not. They're still strong. Don't look at it like that. Look at it like look at the system right now, and look at the system 5 years ago, 10 years ago. People aren't as dumb as they were before. So something is happening, and when you look at how they're going hard on the censorship, started with the pandemic, they're going hard. That shows you that they're in fear that people are waking up. So the more they're in fear, the more pain, torture, and fear that these Masons and Jews are in, the more prosperity, bliss, and happiness the people are gonna have. Because that's the situation is in. That's why you guys hate waking up for work in the morning. But it's like, why do I gotta go to work? And you hate it, but then the reason you have to do it because somebody's getting rich. The moment you have your peace and you financially free and you don't go to work, they lose money. They lose $50,000 in taxes you pay them every year at your 6-figure job or whatever. They won't have that if you quit and live in a van. So now they got to make it where you can't live. They have to ban camping and tents. They got to make it all this other bullshit, and they don't like that shit because they're going broke. But Gen Z ain't working because you need the young generation to build the system. Most Gen Z don't give a shit about the Matrix, so they're like kind of in a predicament right now, and this is one of many reasons why the economy is like so fucked up right now. Because back in 2021, I remember they were trying to hire everybody for jobs, and nobody was hiring. No one was applying for them because everybody had stimulus and they were getting money, which I think is more than that. But let's just say it was because of that. So nobody was working. They had a thing for McDonald's. They will pay you. I seen a sign. They will give you a free iPhone just for going to an interview, not to get the job, but to go to an interview. Give you a free iPhone. Everybody forgets about this. Nobody talks about it. I bet we're gonna give you a $3,000 bonus for working at Amazon. Where is this at? This was around the time Trump was in office, and then the money was good. He had just got out of office, but you see what I'm saying? So look where we're at now. Niggas trying to get work and they can't even get no work. So that makes me think it's all fake. There is work. It's just they're trying to make it hard for people because they know They want to make it stressful and hard so people have a more incentive to keep a job and get a job and be stuck in the matrix. This is why you have to be strong-minded and strong-willed and have a purpose and a mission. If you have a purpose and a mission, their system over. This is why they have to keep you blocked and censored, and they have to censor shit and keep everything the way it is. Have all these chat bots, because if you're on your spiritual path, the spirit will make a way for you. Even if you on the street, you don't got shit, it's gonna make a way. All the way down to I seen a news article. It was a fucking ATM repairman left $100,000 on the side of an ATM by mistake, and somebody else found it and turned it in. But when you're on your spiritual path and you're really on it, you will create. I'm not saying that same situation will happen, but you'll find situations where, like, I found a situation where I found a wallet, a whole purse on the ground with gift cards, fucking $300. I found shit like that. And usually when I find shit like that, it's not because I'm feeling lucky. It's because I'm on a mission. I'm on a thing. I have a focus. I'm feeling a certain way. I have a certain, like, every time when I feel like I have good luck, it's like I'm in a, like, cloud nine or some, I'm on some type of different awareness. And when I'm in that awareness, I don't care about nothing but the now moment and my happiness. And that's when, coincidentally, everything comes. So this is why I don't want people on the spiritual path that working and do thinking, because if everybody was on a spiritual path and knew themselves, it will disrupt the matrix. Money won't be made. Taxes won't be made. Because this matrix is built off suffering and misery, off people. If people are happy, then they're going to have to even if you're working at a job and you're too happy, they're going to have to restructure the job to make you, because happiness is equated to you not working hard enough. That's what it's equated to 99% of the time. So if you're too happy, that means you're not being as productive. So if they see people too happy, they're going to look at the productivity rate, and in 9 out of 10 times, the productivity rate is going to be down. And then they're going to be like, okay, we got to change something up. So this is why, like, even when they do it with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, like, you say, oh, I'm going to make money in cryptocurrency. There was an exchange called MEXC exchange. I used to trade currency. I remember when I had made $200 in a day, I showed that was from MEXC. Tell me why they made a fucking law where if you're in the United States, you can't use MEXC. So now I have to go spend $200 a year or get a VPN and make another account to trade. And when I looked at I said, why would you? I looked at the reason. I read some of the policies, and they say MEXC has a right to, or federal regulations, and MEXC has a right to not to stop our program in whatever country we choose. I'm just summarizing it, but we decide to stop our own program in whatever country we choose to, based on a variety of factors, including economic issues or something economic. So what that told me is, and I'm about to translate it to you guys, if too many people are getting rich off crypto and trading, day trading, because the way day trading is designed, if you can actually you could actually get in and make money every day. This is how I make a little bit of my passive income, because there's certain trades that guarantee you're going to make money. So I easily could guarantee make about $100 a day, guaranteed. Because if I just do one trade a day, which I'm going to make because I know how to read it. I guess too many people, I don't know if that was the case, but if too many people knew my strategy and were getting rich from it, what they would do is do stupid shit like this and make it harder. This is why they banned it, because I'm thinking they probably seen people because you can really study this trading, because people say you lose money on trading. You do lose money, but if you know a good strategy, you can easily make $100 a day and not lose money easily. And that's what I do. I just take the money and I just make $100, $200, sometimes it be $300, sometimes $200, some days $50. But I'm always making money if I just do one trade a day. If I start trading multiple times, it's a problem. And I guess like they caught on and people are making money, and then they want to ban it. So they banned it. So now I have to use a VPN to go on MEXC. So it just shows you how these niggas, they ain't shit. So even if you get good at the game, they're gonna switch it up. This is why people need to make their own business, make their own situation, make their own shit, instead of always relying on them. Because they could just, even if you do good, they can just change it up and then make it harder. And then when it gets harder, then you're gonna have all these nigger mentality. oh, Lord, have mercy. Jesus Christ, life is so hard. Oh, Lord, man, shut your stupid nigger ass up. That victimization shit. Any nigger that talks about the economy and the problem, give a fuck if you're going through problems. You talk about the economy, oh, Lord, have mercy. Oh, we need to shut your nigger ass up. Get the fuck out of here with that low vibration shit. That's what your fucking ancestors and your relatives got fucking raped and pillaged and got dealt with, bitch ass nigga. Cause your stupid ass mentality. And then I was watching Dolo's live stream and that nigga Pilo, that nigga from Africa. Fuck that stupid nigga. You making Africans look like a bad name. Nigga, I'm half African. I'm half native. I did research everything. My mother, she's native. My dad, he's African. So I can actually call myself an African fucking American. I'm like, probably, because I don't even call myself that. But that nigga Pilo on Dolo's channel, that nigga, you making Africans look bad. Nigga, fuck you. You showing people that colonized mind, which Africans do have. I agree. I'm an African. I'm half African, and my dad's African, and I would agree. Africans have a colonized mind. That whole colonization and that shit is true. This is why when you, even Family Guy, if you watch an episode of Family Guy, they made a joke, and it was American Dad. I think it was American Dad, and fucking it was a joke, and I didn't get it now until recently when I put the pieces together, and it was I guess they adopted. I don't remember the episode, but it was an African they got from another country. I guess they adopted him, or it was a fucking African kid or whatever. And every time a problem would happen, the African guy would be like, "What's the worry about? Everything is all right. Just smile." That's how Africans are. Africans are so, which is good because they're always in a good mood and shit. But the thing is, Africans, they'll look at like the white, like my dad, for example. Everything else, I talk to him about spirituality. He'll be like, "What are you talking about? If it wasn't for them, I would not come to this country. I would not be who I am. They made me who I am. You don't disrespect." Like, he literally goes hard, and I'm like, it's that colonized mind. And I know Africans have that. I'll see other people from different cultures or religions, and they will become successful, but they still have they hold their ground. But Africans, I'm not saying all Africans, but most Africans, they have a colonized mind because whatever the fuck they did to them. Because Africans, I don't want to say Africans are weak people, because if they use their power, they're actually strong people, but they're very docile and shit. And they don't. This is why when you go to Africa, and it's a third world country, and it's shitty, they're all smiling and happy, and you be like, oh, they're happy and smiling, and it's good that they're happy and smiling, but at the same fucking time, it's like, nigga, you need to be kind of upset so you can get yourself out of the situation. This is why India was able, even though India is still a shithole country, and China is still a shithole country, they were able to build themselves out of, because China and India were in a poverty situation like Africa at one point. India, especially India, they got themselves out of it, at least within the 80s. Like before in the 80s and shit, they were in poverty. But they got themselves out of it because they were like, you know what, fuck it, we're going to do our shit. Africans, they just got complacent, and they just, everything's all good and smiling and everything is perfect. And now the white man comes. This is why they come and they take all the resources, the oil, and they just do whatever. And then when I see that Pilo Worldwide, that nigger African on the fucking, that nigga Dolo's channel trying to give a rationalization about why it's okay for them to do what they did to the native nigga. Shut the fuck up. You making Africans look bad, nigga. That's not how Africans are. Even the Africans who think like that, they only think like that because of that colonized mind. They got a lot of sperm and seed in them and mental thoughts and bullshit, which makes them think like that. And they don't have the strong enough spirit to fight that shit. I'm not fully African, so because when I see people that are fully African, they act like when I see a foreigner, like you guys like to talk about foreigners like Indian, like my dad, he's a foreigner. When I see other foreigners like Indians, Chinese foreigners, not just Chinese people, Chinese foreigners, they all act the same. They all act the motherfucking same. A black person, an African, and an Indian foreigner, they're more connected than a black person and an African American. Understand that. This is why when you see Africans come to this country, they get businesses, they get shit, and then African American, they don't get shit because it's the same. Even down to like my dad has African friends, and some of his African friends will have kids around my age, and both of their parents are African. They sound and they act like just like an Indian foreigner. And I'm not saying like the Indian accent, but you gotta understand when Dolo talks about mutts. This is why when you hear a German speak German, their dialect kind of sounds similar to an African when they speak African. Like listen to how a German speaks German, or an African, or look how a foreign African American, like a person from Africa that came to America, listen to how they talk, and listen to how an Indian person who came from Bombay or Delhi and come to America, listen how he talks. They have the same type of, they act the same, and they have the same dialect because it's the same shit. So this, you guys gotta understand, like this whole mutt shit, what he's talking about, ain't no cap. That's some, I don't just say it just because he said it. I'm saying it because it makes sense. Yeah, I've seen it. Shit's crazy. That's why I'm telling you niggas, like, and then that nigga Pilo Worldwide, he making Africans look bad, coming on there talking about the natives and how there's no excuse you can make for why the natives are a piece of shit. Nigga, you stupid as fuck. I don't know what the fuck was going on with that dude. He went on that nigga's channel speaking some good shit, but then he come on and speaking some dumb shit, making Africans look bad. You making Africans look bad, bruh. Because I will agree, Africans are very docile because they have a colonized mind. I'm not saying they're a weak race or a weak culture, but how they acting is weak. And it stems from something. Them being fucking colonized. And I know it because I'm fucking half African. I know I've seen a lot of African family friends, and I see it. And I did not want to admit it. And for a long time, I didn't want to admit it. But when I seen that nigga Pilo come online and I seen Dolo drop about the whole mutt shit and Africans have a colonized mind, it hit me like, okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. So, like, you guys gotta read that shit is some real shit. But fuck that nigga. He making Africans look bad. The fuck? Why is this shit not charging? I'm gonna have to end this live, guys. I'm gonna end this live and I'm gonna have to be back with you guys a little bit later. But a shout out to everybody in the room, and this was good, and shout out to everyone. Peace. I'm out.